Hello Internet, my name is Zero and welcome back to Cooking Companions. Now, I know that I said if I got 15 likes on the video, I would do another episode, but I just couldn't hold this game off any longer, you guys. And you guys have been viewing my videos like crazy, so may as well. And I've been waiting to see how this story ends. After the three go to bed, you finally have an opportunity to use the bathroom. The candle blew out. You grasp blindly at the floor until you find the flashlight in the corner. Okay, gonna... What the... Someone forgot to restock the toilet paper. Beyond disgusting. This is truly the scariest thing you've ever seen. With your interest waning, you decide to leave the bathroom. Wait! No, wait! It's time to surprise the others. You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. Wait, what? You cooked meat. Wait a minute. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. That's right. Where did you... The three of are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored securely, hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. That's right, I started up a new game plus. Thank you. Anatoly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns looking choked up. I left you some of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Anatoly takes a cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karen leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? Talk to Gregor? Talk to Anatoly? Neither of them? Talk to Anatoly. You knock on the door first. Anatoly? Thanks for checking on me. Oh wait, I already checked on him last time. You ask if he still feels sick. Not anymore. I think it was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you. You're sure Anatoly will remember that? You leave Anatoly to go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Oh god, this is so weird. Hours pass. The meal gave everyone some perseverance to keep going. The hunger is now permanent within them. You find now... You're fine. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time, and there will be no dinner. Fine. I understand. I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments. Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight. You have a strange dream. The river seems to be on fire, glowing eerie in the early morning light. A man on horseback is staring at you from the other side, blowing his nose into a handkerchief. Wait, was this... Did I read this story last time? The rickety bridge is the only way to reach him, so you decide to start crossing it. The bridge immediately sinks with your weight, causing the rotting wood of the posts to crack. The wind pushes the bridge from side to side, the fraying ropes creaking with each gust. As you reach the center, the man on horseback smiles at you. Raising the hand with a handkerchief, he brings it down in a violent motion, causing the bridge to disappear beneath your feet. As you fall into the river of flame, you can see the man on horseback galloping away. You wake up in a cold sweat. Oh, here's a creepy image. That was a different story than the others. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? Oh, she was right there! The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what she would have wanted. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. It's almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunk whole, like a duck does when eating bread. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using the spoon he isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Maria. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karen. You didn't notice her even start to eat. It was just an empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of the meat has gone bad. This is the last of it. Gah! How could you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? This storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly. Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Maria. Or forage for plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. Please, Anatoly. You can swim back after a few hours. Gregor is right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Maria out there. I think Maria's fine by herself. Still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it, okay? No problem, little guy. Karen is just angry about this all. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed ravenous. Maria, something is approaching. Oh, excuse me. Time to wake up. You ask Potato where the child beds are. Cabbage on your raspberry and bread. They've moved on. Just us now. The way it always should have been. What? Your mind finally manages to forget everything that's happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. I don't know if this is just a scarier version of it or what. You have a strange dream. You're walking down the steps, you trip and fall. You snap every bone on the way down, landing in the basement as a writhing pile of flesh and bones. The whispers surround you, their laughter ringing in your ears. You wake in a cold sweat. Okay, good, nothing bad happened. Something smells terrible in the living room. Anatoly puked in one of the corners. You leave it there so the others will question his fortitude. Good morning. Good morning, little guy. Well, Anatoly, what's your decision? I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor. She kept telling me to come outside. We don't want to rush you. But one of us puked last night. So that's what that smell was. Anatoly is playing dumb for the group. Anatoly? My patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint in Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. The group disperses. Tension seems to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you do? I chatted with Anatoly last time. Conversed with Karen in the bedroom. Hi. Keep this between us. I'm not giving Anatoly a choice today. He's going outside. Do I make myself clear? Anatoly is an adult who can make his own choices. Excuse me? You remember Karen has a knife hidden on her. He doesn't get a choice in this anymore. Neither do you. You can tell she means business. Is that clear? Good. Karen will remember that when the time comes. You just need to shut your mouth and not say anything. Understood? No talking. This will be the easiest request you've ever completed. You nod. Excellent. Now get everyone together for a meeting. and let's get him to leave. We call everyone together to discuss the next steps. Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly looks pale, like he's going to pass out. Anatoly, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Karen, yes? Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say something to Anatoly? You say nothing. Goodbye, Anatoly. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. See you soon, little guy. I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Oh my god. Karen goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor is getting choked up. I didn't tell him. Missing him already. Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. Scraping from the floor. The red-haired woman won't let him live, will she? Too ravenous at this point. The more she consumes, the stronger she gets. At what cost? Heh. Sometimes staying silent works better. Just walk away and pretend you're innocent later. What a terrible perspective Potato has provided. The Chompets never would have listened to this crap. You fall asleep thinking about what Potato told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, practically crack, and set them down next to the workbench. Working the saw, you wrap the cuts on an old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you begin drying the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching you, clenching a fist, and get ready to strike whatever is coming for you. You wake up in a cold sweat. Did I just kill Karen and Anatoly? You wake in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk or found some meat? Everybody's still asleep. It would be nice to surprise them after yesterday's event. You decide to cook breakfast for everyone, cutting each slice fairly thin. You brown each side in the oven. The smell is unique. Karen runs into the kitchen. What is that smell? Give it to me. Now. You don't argue. Karen grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth. She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh god. Already? Gregor looks conflicted, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, carefully grabbing a second cutlet. The tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them in the meal, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration anything now. Karen is sounding more determined than before. I'm going to lie down on the couch, try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Karen leans in to whisper, I'm glad Maria and Anatoly are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it? You tell Karen. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back. And now, it's all I can think about. I read the book on necropsy. I can't read that word. Necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect the craft? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Maria that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Karen pauses, deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Karen hands you a vial of liquid. You think you know what... I think you know what needs to be done. It's a strong anesthetic. Don't ask me how I found it. I want you to slip into Gregor's mug tonight. This is the best. This is for the best. He won't feel any pain until he's awake. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. This request is beyond extreme. Will you do this for me? I said no last time. Let's say yes this time. I knew you would. Thank you. You're not. She's learning quickly. You think it looks like Karen will remember that? Karen hands you the vial of mysterious liquid. You think, and you add it to Gregor's mug. Gregor? It's been a while since you had some water. Come drink with us. Uh, Gregor looks frightened. You can't stop. I can't stop thinking about the little guy. I can't even remember what happened before we arrived. It just never ends. I miss Anatoly and Maria. Let us toast to Anatoly and Maria. They'll always be inside of us, Gregor. Can't change that now. Gregor begins to weep. You're right. We're having it raw tonight, Gregor. What? Eating raw meat is one of life's greatest gambles. Get awfully sick, or Gregor slowly puts the meat in his mouth, ignoring the smell. He swallows each bite with a wince on his face, uh, trying not to get sick. I'll never forget the first time I met Anatoly. We were kids. I was chopping firewood outside the house. Anatoly brought over a butterfly net filled with them. He introduced himself and asked me if I wanted to hold one of the butterflies. I had never held one before. He told me not to crush it between my large paws. He did have miniature hand. He did have miniature hands himself, so I get it. And I told, and Kieran, what did you put in this water? Would you do anything to save your friends, Gregor? Of course. Gregor's eyes start to droop. What the hell was Karen's liquid? I think it'd be best to have a early bedtime tonight. Let me help you onto the couch, Gregor. Yeah, thank you, Karen. I, Gregor passes out cold. Thank you. I'll do the rest. Even if he screams, please ignore Gregor when he wakes up. Okay? You don't want to interrupt Karen with this. That is so messed up. You leave her alone going to the bedroom and crawling into the bed Anatoly slept in. You fall asleep almost instantly. God, it'll be too soon before I hear this sound again. Wake up, sleepyhead. You were having a nightmare? Still having it? Okay. Gregor is waiting for you. God, why did she look like that? You get out of bed and follow Karen to the couch. Gregor? Oh my god, why does she look like that? I think he's trying to speak. What is it, Gregor? Tell Karen that Gregor has died. He hasn't spoiled yet. Let me show you the rest of him. Karen shuffles over to the basement door, opening the lock with the knife. Oh, Jesus! Come on! Why wait until she's in the basement? Take back the knife and end her life. You explain how difficult it is to get blood out of wood. Your laziness is unbelievable. The minute those four entered the cabin, you should have killed all of them. You're getting soft. You nursed a weakened butcher back to health. What if she ends up killing you? I brought you the key. She goes downstairs, lock the door behind her with that deadbolt. Then let her rot. Karen, Potato, might have made great allies in another life. You need to stop her before it's too late. Walk over to the basement door. Where's Karen? When are you fixing this hole? You can feel her breath coming through the crack in the door. You lock the basement door. What the hell are you doing? Goodbye, Karen. She slips into the darkness. You climb on the couch to rest, waiting for the basement noises to become silent. Day 13. This is so much more different. Rio was correct. It's freezing over here. Frigid air swirls visibly in front of you. Basement noises have completely stopped. What do you want to do? Ooh, the bookshelf, look under the couch, eat a meal. Look under the couch. Lots of cobwebs underneath. Thankfully, no spiders. You look under the couch. You notice a child's toy. How did this get under here? It's a small wooden boat. That's weird. No ports anywhere near here. It looks like there's a name engraved on it. Azael. Maybe Bread would want this. Bread's not around right now. You have to hold on to this until the moment is right. Okay. Bookshelf. There's various books on a wide variety of topics. No time to read them now, though. Take a closer look at the subjects. Cooking, herbalism, skinning. Books that are good for surviving in the wilderness. Take another look at the subjects. Carpentry, metalwork, tailoring. Books that are good for crafting in the wilderness. Jesus! Wasting time reading books? You were just browsing. Sure. Why not read one? Read this one. Potato nudges one of the books. The edges of the pages are a little signed. This was saved from a book burning. I wonder why. One may in truth proceed against such a man as against a person who is gravely suspect, but he is not to be condemned in his absence and without a hearing. And yet the suspicion may be very grave, and we cannot refrain from suspecting these people for their frivolous assertions do certainly seem to affect the purity of the faith. For there are three kinds of suspicions: a light suspicion, a serious suspicion, and a grave suspicion. You take the signed book with you. I'd say your entire life has been a grave suspicion. It's a shame you never went to trial for anything. What? That would never happen. Carrying around a book would be a burden, so you put it back. So the books are boring. Most of the books are boring. You decide to have a quick lunch at the table. She escaped. You wake in a cold sweat. Wake up, sleepyhead. You were having a nightmare. Oh wow. The sheets are completely soaked. Are you wetting the bed? You feel underneath you. Gross. You must have broke a fever because the sweat is everywhere. Don't worry. We can wash them in the basement. Just unlock the door and we'll make a day of it. You're not that slow with laundry. Come with me. I have something to show you. You cautiously get up, following Karen to the bed, out of the bedroom. The basement door was already open. I'm hungry. Let's get something from the basement. You feel the cold presence of Karen behind you. Goodbye. Oh, Jesus! Stop. Grab on the railing. You do so, feeling a slight push on your back. Feel the presence leave. That was a close one. Karen will try everything in her power to kill you. Tread cautiously downstairs. Why are you helping me, Potato? Because I pity what you've become. Work your way down to the bottom of the stairs. Oh, this is different. Something is approaching. I'm gonna get hella jump scared. Wait, that's Maria. Can you hear me? Okay, so if you guys are confused how I can see that, the exposure on OBS is a lot higher than what's on here. So I can see Maria much clearly on my second monitor. I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? I'll never forgive you for what you did. You put Anatoly through hell. Desecrated my corpse. You gave them that disgusting hunger. All of that is water under the bridge now. Anatoly's down here. Come have some bread with us. They always try things like this. Their anger, concentrated near their grave, leads to tricks and traps. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here. Loaves of it. Fine. I won't stop you from finding the others down here. One piece of advice: beware of Karen. She is ill beyond repair. Gregor will try to talk you out of reaching the room. Anatoly will talk you into leaving the cabin. And Karen will rip the flesh from your bones. This is very similar to what happened to me last time. We'll talk again. She just faded away. You feel Maria leaving the staircase. You go deeper into the abyss. And this is where we're ending the video because I got another one after this, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh my god, these episodes get so creepy. I'm about to hit 40 minutes, so I'm sorry you guys, but I will be saving here. And that will pretty much be the end of this play session. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys back here again next time. And I'll see you guys